Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yes. Okay. Hi. Happy Saturday. I'm so excited this morning to have this amazing mermaid goddess with me. She is the creator of the Mercury Summit, Mercury Retrograde Summit, and then now Bridging Sky and Earth Summit. And I wanted to bring her in because today is the first day, like the day one of the summit. And let me tell you this, if you didn't experience her Mercury Retrograde Summit, like the summits she put together, the community she brings together is so powerful. Like up to now, I still refer back to the Mercury Retrograde Summit because we get so many Mercury retrogrades and the wisdom is so beautiful. So I'm excited for this Bridging Sky and Earth and bringing you here, Jamie, so that we can talk more about what inspired you to create this. But first, welcome. Welcome, my sister.
Thank you, Abigail. I am just so honored to be here with you, beautiful sister. And the summits are so amazing because you're part of them. You bring your magic, you bring your wisdom, you bring your love to the summit. So you make the summit so magical.
When you send me the message, I was like, wait, what? You're doing another summit? It's a heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. They feel
Yeah.
like a party. I mean, it's
Oh,
like this gathering of like beautiful, like-minded souls. It's so much
yes.
fun.
Oh my gosh. So, Jamie, before we begin, tell us a little bit about who you are and what your service is in the world.
Yeah. So I am an astrologer, and I really approach astrology from an embodied and a heart centered way. So it's my values that astrology be met in a way that's empowering, inspiring, and heart centered because we live, as you know, Abigail, we live in a quantum multidimensional reality. So we're never locked into our astrology chart. Through understanding, quantum physics and the multidimensional nature of reality, we can actually utilize our astrology chart to kind of catalyze our ascension and to really activate our multidimensional nature. So I give astrology readings, I teach astrology courses, and really this inspiration for the summit is, I believe, the biggest astrological message of this year is pointing towards our embodiment. So to me, the biggest message that's coming through is the more embodied we are, like in the sacred body temple of our bodies, the farther we can take a quantum leap, because there's a lot of Uranus energy. Uranus is the planet of the quantum multidimensional timelines. And so Uranus is in Taurus, a sign of the body, the earth goddess
Mm.
energy. And this is a very powerful year to take a quantum leap forward. But to me, it's all about the more embodied we are, the farther we'll quantum jump.
I love that you said that. Now I'm going to go look at my chart and see where Uranus is and, the house and all of that and kind of see
Yeah.
how I'm going to play with that energy. But it also reminded me because we just did a Venus reading, and Venus being in Capricorn, which is also an earth sign. So that embodiment piece is like huge. It's like bringing spirit into earth. Like we need to finally get it. We need to finally not just
Yes.
get it, but like be it. Like we can't keep separating spirit and human. Like we can't
Yes.
separate in it.
And
Yeah.
I love that that's exactly what you brought to the summit, is that message, that inspiration.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah, and what you spoke about, that Venus starting her cycle in Capricorn, she came between the Earth and Sun, so it's like sacred union of Venus and the Sun that happened on January 8th or 9th of this year, depending on where you live in this beautiful world, and is opening up a new 19-month cycle. So the next 19 months are a big invitation to activate our sacred feminine within our bodies.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, like I need to bring you back so we can just talk astrology
Oh my
because
gosh, I would love that. And you know I love to talk astrology. I forgot to mention at the beginning, a lot of my emphasis is on helping women, or any being connect to their Venus avatar, their Venus signature in their chart. So I'm inspired by the work of Sasha Rose of Venus
yes.
Wisdom, and I've done a lot of studying and apprenticing with Sasha.
Yes, yes. So let's go back to the bridging sky. I keep trying to say bridging earth and sky, but it's like sky and earth.
Oh,
It's
I
the
love it,
same,
and
but
it's the same thing, the as above, so below, the or below, so
exactly.
above.
So going back to that, how did that idea come in? I know that the story is sacred. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it truly came in like a Uranian flash of lightning. The planet of Uranus represents our higher mind. Mercury is like our human mind, but can't expand much farther. And then Uranus is the higher mind, and it works in like sudden, like flashes of lightning. Like all of a sudden, it's just, I got it, and I just really, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, maybe a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. I'm not sure that I just was like sitting in my apartment and it was just like a flash of lightning, an instant download into my body. I got the name of the summit, Bridging Sky and Earth, Embodying Your Star Wisdom, the intention, bring all these beautiful sacred sisters together to share their wisdom, their magic on bridging the as above, so below. And even the exact astrological timing to align the summit came to me, which the summit is starting today. We have Jupiter and the sun coming together in Pisces. The sun meets Jupiter once a year, and it only happens in Pisces once every 12 years. So this is a very visionary, expansive energy to really connect with our higher dream. And then also there's a union of Venus and Mars in the sky tomorrow, or it kind of, depending on where you live, it's really about like a little over 12 hours from the time we're filming this. And they first met in Capricorn a few weeks ago, Venus and Mars, and there's been this traveling together. So this is union of our feminine and masculine energies, which we all have both feminine and masculine energies. And then, not too long from now, they're going to be meeting again at 0 degrees of Aquarius. Talk
Wow.
about a quantum activation.
Yes.
So it all just came like a Uranian flash of lightning. And I'm very Aries. I have a strong Aries signature. So it's just, I'm inspired. I say yes, I run with it. I don't even really have the full picture or really in my consciousness what's happening. And now it's like what's emerged, the beautiful energy that you and every summit presenter has brought to the summit. I mean, the energy that's been amplified from the summit is just, I am just completely amazed, like bowing down in gratitude to what's unfolded, because I just got the inspiration and ran with it, said yes, sent out the invitations, texted all the women, do you want to join? And I really didn't know what was going to emerge, and it's quite exquisite.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I wanted to say that you are the person who creates summits that keep going. It's like the kind of
Oh,
summits that, some summits you do it and then it's done, right? But
yeah.
the summits that you create, it's like you keep coming to it because the wisdom in there from the community that you brought together, it keeps getting better and better. It's like the more you come to it, the better it
Oh.
gets. And
Oh my gosh. Well,
everyone, yeah.
I am so grateful. And it's really because there's such incredible and magnificent presenters like you and all that come together for the summit. And this is going to be a summit you're going to want to come back to again and again, because all the talks, like Abigail's beautiful sacred offering. I mean, talk is not even the right word. It's so much more than a talk. It's truly a sacred offering of heart and love and devotion. It's timeless. What Abigail brought to the summit will apply. You'll want to come back again and again. It will be applicable anytime.
Yes. Yeah. So, Jamie, tell me what should people expect when they sign up for? And the link is above. So, as you're listening to this, if you're like, yes, go ahead and click that link and register, and you can, start receiving the what word am I looking for? The goodies from the summit.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a 6-day summit, and there'll be replay access and all of that. You'll be able to come back to it later, but definitely join in now while all the momentum, all the fun is happening. It's a 6-day summit, and there's 29 visionary, inspiring summit presenters. Abigail's one of them, and from spiritual guides and mentors and astrologers and artists and mystic teachers. I mean, there's so many beautiful sacred sisters that have come together for this summit. So you'll get 4 to 5 summit offerings a day sent to your email, and they're from beautiful talks, transmissions, there's activations, there's creative explorations, like even guided art practices to kind of like come into harmony between your feminine and masculine, right brain, left brain. It's really so much more than just tuning in and listening. I mean, this is a full activation kind of download kind of experience that's happening here. And if you sign up, you'll get the next summit email that will come out. So it might be, a few hours or a little bit before the next email comes through, but you'll get it and you'll get access to everything. And we also have a private Facebook group where we're sharing in community and connection. And wow, the energy is just really incredible in that Facebook group too.
We've been kind of partying for like weeks now in that group. Like
and it feels so real that it's here today.
So
I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
Like everyone is in there. Like, it really feels good to be in that group. So, the summit itself, all the wisdom you're going to be receiving is like gold. And then the group, the network, the community that you're introduced to is also like gold, like.
Yeah, it's really beautiful how people have come together. One of our summit presenters is in Australia, where they're experiencing a lot of flooding right now, and just seeing everyone who's participating in the summit come together and offer prayer and love and energy and intention. I mean, it's really, really inspiring.
So what do you hope that people will receive from attending this summit?
Yeah, so it's my hope that the summit helps really bridge the great above, the great below in the sacred portal of our bodies. So really healing any splits between whether it's as above, so below, as within, so without, the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine within, really healing these splits within so we can come into union, so we can come into integration. And so we can really activate our creative potential, our creative energies, and to self-liberate ourselves so we can be magical co-creators of our lives.
Absolutely. I love that. The going back to bridging sky and earth, like as above, so below, as within, so without. And the embodiment piece, like going back to your summit, I love that it's like we get points where it's like we receive like really intense activations, and then we get to another point where it's like, okay, now let's use art, let's use yoga, let's move our body to anchor the wisdom, and then we go back into activation. Like I just love how everything came together. It's just so beautiful. It's like
it really feels like a ceremony. It feels like the ceremonial experience.
Exactly. So what else would you like to tell the audience, inviting them to come and join us in this amazing summit?
Yeah, it's my hope that the summit offers a few things, the context of what the biggest astrological energies of 2022 are, because we're in a big year of change. And if we can understand the astrological invitation that's available, we can meet this energy in a more empowered way. And really, to me, it's all about coming into our bodies to presence the moment. And when we can really come into our bodies in the present moment and really presence the astrology in the present moment, because we are the stars embodied, and we are the earth embodied, both, where there's no separation between us and the earth. That when we can really activate this within ourselves, that we can, really, we can join together to really ripple out love into the world and activate our sacred gifts so we can bridge this new earth that's emerging in this age of Aquarius, or, however you want to say it. It's certainly evident that we're in this time where the old structures are falling away that very much need to fall away. Yes. And we're in those contractions of the new earth that's coming through, and, we're the bridge. And when we can be the bridge together, that's how I think, we're really starting to lay the structure for this new earth that's emerging. And it's my hope that the summit is in service to that.
Beautiful. As you were talking, about the energy of this year, is Pluto also a big thing this year energetically?
Yeah, Pluto. So especially, for everyone, because Pluto is going to start Pluto was coming to the end of its time in Capricorn. Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008, and we saw that's when really the structures really started to break down in many senses. There was a financial kind of crash that happened in 2008, because what Pluto does is Pluto is a planet of transformation. It's about the metaphorical death and rebirth. And while we're in that metaphorical death phase, it doesn't always feel good, but it is really in service to the regeneration, the rebirth. And Capricorn is so many things. I mean, it's the circle of the elders, the circle of grandmothers. There's so many beautiful things. And then another aspect to look at Capricorn is it does represent the structures of our society. So what Pluto is doing was really bringing illumination to, these are the ways our society was structured on, this dominator or patriarchal culture that's just not in service to us. And so Pluto started to break those down in 2008. Now, there was some big things happening in 2020 when all that happened with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter all lined up in Capricorn in 2020. And then now what's happening is Pluto's coming to the very end of Capricorn. So this is like the final initiation of really breaking apart those old structures. And when we're in that change, it can feel uncertain, it can feel scary. But looking at the astrology, it really is in service to this birthing of a new reality that is based on, love and living in harmony with one another and the earth and all beings. But we're in that big change of transformation. And Pluto will start coming into Aquarius in the years to come. And there will be a big collective shift because Pluto's been so long in a sign. But in the United States, where we're at, right now, we're in the Pluto return, which means Pluto has about a 250-year cycle. It takes 250 years to circle around the zodiac and come back to where Pluto was when anywhere Pluto was, to come back to that same point. And so right now, Pluto is where Pluto was, when the Constitution of the United States of America was signed. And what's happening on a collective scale is there is a death and rebirth of the United States. And we're really having to really meet the karma in many senses of the injustices of the way the United States was developed, or it came into being, with colonialization and those kinds of things, really come to face the karma of that in many senses. And also facing the vision of the United States in many senses on a collective scale. We haven't lived up to it with a patriarchal dominator culture. So there isn't this big death and rebirth of the United States. And it's my hope that ultimately it's going to lead to a much better world for all to live in.
Oh, beautiful. Like, I can listen to you all day. When you start like zoning into the energetic signature of the planets and how it's dancing, like, you're so in the zone. Like, I feel it. And it feels like storytelling instead of this is how it is. And it's like, it just feels so, it flows so beautifully. So I just love how you work with the energies of astrology and the planets. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm receiving that as the highest compliment from you, because you are such a beautiful channel. So I'm so honored to receive that. I have Mercury in Pisces. So
of course,
when I start talking, it's like I lose touch with like linear space and time. And I'm like, wait, was I talking 5 minutes? Was I talking an hour? I have no idea.
I love it. I love it. Oh, man. Well, my dear, thank you so much. I'm not going to keep you on here because we got a summit to go to.
Oh, my gosh. Well, this is so fun. I get so excited anytime I get to share space with you, Abigail, because I love you so much.
I love you too, sister. Thank you for joining me for this delicious soul chat. And everyone, go click on that link above the video. Come join us in the summit. Let's have some fun while we're learning how to embody more of our sky, bringing more of our spirit into the earth, anchoring more of that deliciousness into our physical reality so that we can begin to experience the changes that we've always been praying for. Thank you, Jaime, for creating such a beautiful container for all of us to come together and share our wisdom, and also to receive more wisdom that we can integrate in our lives. Thank you. for
Oh, and
joining
thank
me.
you so much for co-creating the magic of the summit.
All right, everyone. Have a fabulous weekend. I'll see you in the summit. Bye.
Bye.